Back inside the friendly confines of Laval Stadium, I'm your host, Johnny Wincott, and we're going 100 yards with Stony Brook head coach Chuck Priore. You've already done this season opener, I think, 13 times here in Suffolk County. Is it any different going into number 14?
No, I think I'm still as excited as I was for that first game. We opened up against Hofstra in 2006, and it was home, so it's awesome. It's awesome to open up at home, though.
Do you get nervous? I know a lot of the players will still get nervous in that opening kickoff. You've done it so many times. You still get those butterflies?
37 years. I think my feeling before every game is exactly the same. I want to throw up. And once the first kickoff comes, it's gone. And that was as a player or as a coach.
Things will be a little different on this first kickoff, especially on the offensive side of the ball. A lot of faces to replace, especially the starters. We'll start with the quarterback. Tyquell Fields gets the nod. Happened after 15 days of practice. What went through that process in giving him that job?
Yeah, well, I think what's important is it wasn't just the 15 practices we just had. It was cumulative. He earned the position. Obviously, Joe has been our quarterback for the last 2 football seasons, and Tyquell has been the number 2 guy, and so he's played in more games than Jack, but they had a pretty good battle throughout spring and went back and forth a little bit. Preseason went back and forth a little bit, but we felt we picked the right person, and I'm very confident if Jack has to go in a game that we will be successful also.
And staying on that offensive side of the ball, you lose out on your 2 running backs from last year. The Long Island Express no longer in service. Maybe not replacing those 2 guys, but how do you try and make up for their loss?
Well, I think the interesting part is we have a Staten Island guy, we have a Brooklyn guy, and we have a Long Island Express guy in the backfield still. But I don't think you ever replace good players or players that were successful as them. I think what you do is you coach your kids that you have to be themselves. I think we have 3 really good kids that can carry the ball, and we'll let the game unfold and see how they do.
It's no secret that this Seawolves team has really been predicated on their defense the last few years, one of the best in the nation. Expect it to be the same this season. How important is that side of the ball to this group?
From my perspective, playing great defense is always going to be what we do here at Stony Brook. Physically tough, win the trenches. So it's always an important part of it. But, at times, you got to understand where you are. I think we have 7 starters back, maybe even 8 starters back. We're experienced in the secondary. We are green with the backups, though, and I think when you start playing your backups in those roles, but they've grown over the last 6 months also. So I will think we'll represent correctly when it's all said and done.
Who are some of those more experienced guys that you rely on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, I think you start off with Sam Kamara, our inside 3 technique, who is I think a great player in my eyes. You come back to Casey Williams, who's now going into the 2nd year starting at defensive end. Move back to the corner position where we got 2 CA players, TJ Morrison and Gavin Heslop there. And our safeties, EJ Finneran, Augie Contresser, and Stuart Malone. All 5 started last year, so that's pretty neat.
You'll begin the season on Thursday night. A Bryant Bulldogs team that you've had success against in the past, a 50-21 win last season. What do you expect from the Bulldogs heading into week 1?
They have a new coaching staff. They were well coached last year. They'll be well coached with the new coaching staff. We don't know really what they're going to do, so it's sort of the unknown walking into the game. So we're really preparing Stony Brook to do what we do best. And I expect it to be a hard-fought game always, and hopefully we are able to do the things we need to do to be successful at the end of the day.
This is a Stony Brook program that has been successful, back-to-back postseason appearances. What's it going to take to make it a three-peat this year?
Not worrying about the last 2 years, I think, and obviously performing correctly. We have 7 home games, and over the course, if we can hold serve there, I think it'll put us in position. But it's a long season. It's a 12-game season this year. I think we have depth, but the depth's got to perform at the times when they need to, and we got to get lucky at times also.
That's head coach Chuck Priore. We thank you for the time heading into week 1. Thursday night, August 29th, the Stony Brook Seawolves open up their season against the Bryant Bulldogs.